You've probably been here before. You're scrolling through headphone reviews late at night. Maybe it started as a quick search, but somehow you've fallen into a rabbit hole of terms you didn't even know existed. Noise canceling, open back, planar magnetic, soundstage, imaging. Before you know it, you're juggling product tabs like you're preparing for some kind of audio-themed final exam. And suddenly, you're confused. One set of headphones promises total isolation from the world, blocking out everything from airplane engines to your neighbor's questionable taste in music. The other promises openness, realism, a magical sense of space that reviewers swear will make you feel like you're standing inside the music itself. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, but what does that actually mean? Which one is right for me? On one side of your screen, you see the Sony WH-1000XM series, sleek, modern, loaded with features. On the other side, a pair of HiFiMan Sundaras staring back at you with those giant open grills like they're inviting you into the audiophile club. Two totally different worlds and no clear answer about which one belongs in your life. Well, in this video, we're not just comparing specs. We're not just throwing frequency graphs and marketing terms at you. Instead, we're diving into real stories, real frustrations, real aha moments, and helping you understand what actually matters when choosing headphones for how you live, how you listen, and what kind of audio experience actually fits your world. So if you're ready to finally understand the difference and maybe even avoid a few common mistakes along the way, let's jump in. Let's start simple. Let's talk about what noise canceling and open back headphones actually do and why they behave the way they do. Noise canceling headphones, models like the Sony WH-1000XM6 or the Bose QC Ultra, are designed with one goal in mind: isolation. They're built as closed-back headphones, which means the ear cups are sealed. But on top of that physical barrier, they use active noise cancellation, or ANC, to reduce external sound even further. Tiny microphones on the outside listen to the world around you, and the headphones generate an opposite sound wave to cancel the noise before it reaches your ears. Think of it like a cocoon. The moment you put them on, the outside world fades away. Airplane engines soften, busy cafes become manageable, and suddenly even a noisy office starts to feel calm. It's like the world gets a volume knob and you finally get to turn it down. Open back headphones, though, are the complete opposite. Their ear cups are literally open. Vents, grills, or mesh allow air and sound to move freely. If closed-back headphones create a cocoon, open-backs create a window that lets the sound breathe and allows the music to spread out naturally instead of bouncing around inside a closed chamber. What does that give you? A wider soundstage, meaning the ability to hear instruments as if they're placed around you rather than directly inside your head. For some people, the transition from closed back to open back feels like going from watching a movie on your phone to watching it in a theater. But because they're open, they leak sound in and out. If you're in a noisy environment, you will hear everything, and everyone around you will hear everything you're listening to as well. So unless you're in a quiet room, open backs quickly become more frustrating than immersive. Both designs have strengths. Both have limitations. The trick is knowing when those strengths actually matter for you. Now, this is where things get interesting because headphone decisions aren't just technical, they're emotional. They shape how we feel when we listen to music, how we work, how we relax, how we disconnect or reconnect. Many people buy open-back headphones expecting a life-changing jump in audio quality. They see reviews describing headphones like the Sundara or the Sennheiser 599 as jaw-dropping, incredible, a revelation. So they click the buy button, put them on, and then discover they can hear their neighbor vacuuming, their roommate cooking dinner, and the street noise outside completely drowning out their favorite songs. One guy told us, "I bought these to use on the train. Big mistake." Between the rattling tracks, the hum of the engine, and the chatter of passengers, his brand new openbacks turned into the worst possible choice for his commute. He could barely hear the music unless he turned the volume dangerously loud, and even then, everyone around him could hear it too. And honestly, that happens a lot. Open-back headphones are incredible, but only in the right environment. On the other side, people swear that noise-canceling headphones change their lives. One woman said working from home finally became manageable after she bought ANC headphones. She lived with a partner, kids, and a dog, and ANC was the only thing that kept her focused during Zoom calls and deadlines. She said, "It was like someone finally gave me back control of my brain." But ANC isn't perfect. Some people experience a light pressure sensation, almost like being underwater. It's not painful, but it feels odd, as if your ears are adjusting to a new atmosphere. Not everyone notices it, but those who do say it can be distracting over long periods. So the emotional experience between these two headphone types isn't just different, it's dramatically different. One gives you freedom, openness, immersion. The other gives you peace, privacy, and the ability to exist in your own world even when the real one refuses to quiet down. Neither is better. They just serve different emotional needs. Here's where we get personal again, because no matter how good a pair of headphones is, it only matters if it fits your life. Ask yourself, where do you listen most? If you commute daily, trains, buses, airplanes, noise-canceling headphones are almost always the right answer. You simply can't beat the ability to block out the chaos around you. Even if you value sound quality above everything, open-back headphones just won't work in those environments. If you work in a shared office or a busy home, ANC can be a productivity superpower. It removes conversations, keyboard clatter, air conditioners, and other distractions so you can actually focus. But if you listen mostly at home, especially in a quiet room, that's where open backs shine. For gaming, they give you wider spatial awareness. For music, they give you space and realism. For movie watching, they make dialogue and effects feel layered and natural. If you're into music production or audio mixing, open backs are practically essential. They give you a more accurate sense of how a recording will sound on speakers. Closed backs tend to exaggerate bass or compress the soundstage, which can lead to mixes that don't translate well. And here's a little secret. A lot of people own both. One for travel, one for home. It's not being extra, it's simply recognizing that no single device can be the best at everything. Think of it like shoes. You wouldn't wear hiking boots to a wedding, and you wouldn't wear dress shoes on a trail. Headphones are the same, different designs for different environments. Let's talk expectations. A lot of new buyers discover that what reviewers call amazing, mind-blowing, or audiophile grade doesn't always align with their personal experience. One person said, "I thought these would blow my mind, but they just sounded different." And that's honest. Open-back headphones aren't designed to shock you with booming bass or block out the world. They're not for noisy places. They're for quiet listening, detail, space, realism. If you're not in a quiet room, you won't hear what makes them special. Noise-canceling headphones, on the other hand, impress quickly because silence is impressive, but they come with trade-offs. Most ANC headphones slightly soften audio quality, especially in the mids and highs. Some people don't notice it, others do. It depends on your ears and expectations. And this is the truth. Every headphone choice involves compromises. If you want maximum sound quality, you lose isolation. If you want maximum isolation, you lose some detail and openness. If you want portability and convenience, you lose some of the nuance and airy feeling of open-back designs. There's no perfect headphone, just the perfect headphone for the right scenario. Now let's talk recommendations. The Sony WH-1000XM6 is the all-rounder. Warm sound, excellent ANC, great comfort, lots of customization. The Bose QC Ultra is the comfort king, with some of the strongest ANC you can buy. The AirPods Max are polarizing, but offer beautiful sound and incredible spatial audio. For open backs, the Sennheiser HD599 is the perfect beginner-friendly option. The HiFiMan Sundara delivers stunning clarity and detail with its planar magnetic drivers. And the Beyerdynamic DT 990 Pro is a studio classic, bright, energetic, wide, and highly detailed. Here's the truth. There is no best headphone, only the best one for the world you live in. The biggest mistake people make is buying based on hype instead of how they actually listen. Specs don't tell the full story. Reviews don't know your environment, and no amount of technical jargon matters if the headphone doesn't fit your real everyday needs. If this video helped you understand the difference or even helped you avoid a few common mistakes along the way, hit that subscribe button. We go deep into real tech decisions here. No fluff, no paid opinions, just honest insights to help you make choices you won't regret. And if you want help finding your perfect setup, drop a comment. Tell us how you listen, where you listen, and what you care about most. We read every one. Thanks for watching. And remember, listen how you live.